In this podcast episode, Joe Rogan welcomes Scott Payne, a former FBI agent with a career that includes extensive undercover work. Payne shares his experiences infiltrating various criminal organizations, including biker gangs and neo-Nazi groups, and discusses the psychological toll that such work can take on law enforcement officers. The conversation delves into a variety of topics, from the intricacies of undercover operations to the challenges of maintaining personal relationships while working in high-stress environments. Payne begins by recounting his journey into undercover work, which started after he spent years in law enforcement. He describes how his fascination with undercover operations was sparked by movies and stories about infiltrating criminal organizations. Payne explains that undercover work is not just about gathering intelligence. It involves building relationships with individuals who may be involved in illegal activities. This aspect of the job can be both rewarding and psychologically taxing, as agents often find themselves forming bonds with people they know they will ultimately betray. The challenges of undercover work are multifaceted. Payne emphasizes the importance of maintaining a cover story and the constant need to adapt to different environments. He shares anecdotes about his early experiences, including his first undercover assignment where he had to buy drugs in a high-risk area. The fear of being discovered is ever present, and Payne discusses the mental preparation required to navigate these dangerous situations. He highlights the necessity of being able to think on one's feet and the importance of having a solid support system within law enforcement. As the conversation progresses, Payne opens up about the psychological impact of undercover work. He explains that the nature of the job can lead to feelings of isolation and stress, as agents often have to compartmentalize their personal lives from their professional responsibilities. Payne shares his experiences of feeling disconnected from his family and friends while immersed in the world of crime. He notes that many officers struggle with the emotional burden of their work, which can lead to issues such as anxiety, depression, and even substance abuse. Payne emphasizes the importance of mental health support for law enforcement officers, particularly those involved in undercover operations. He discusses the safeguards put in place by the FBI, which require agents to undergo psychological assessments regularly. These assessments are designed to help agents cope with the unique stresses of their jobs and to identify any potential issues before they escalate. Payne's candid reflections on his own struggles serve as a reminder of the human cost of undercover work and the need for ongoing support within the law enforcement community. One of the most intriguing aspects of Payne's career was his infiltration of biker gangs, particularly the Outlaws Motorcycle Club. He describes the complexities of gaining the trust of gang members and the lengths he had to go to maintain his cover. Payne shares stories of attending biker events and participating in their culture, all while gathering intelligence for law enforcement. He explains that the key to success in these operations is to blend in and become part of the community, which often requires adopting the lifestyle and attitudes of the individuals being investigated. Payne also discusses the inherent dangers of infiltrating biker gangs, noting that these organizations are often suspicious of outsiders. He recounts moments of tension and fear where he had to navigate potentially violent situations while maintaining his cover. The camaraderie among gang members can be strong, and Payne reflects on the emotional conflict of forming bonds with individuals who are involved in criminal activities. His experiences highlight the fine line that undercover agents must walk between their professional duties and their personal morals. Payne's work also extended to infiltrating neo-Nazi groups, where he encountered a different kind of extremism. He explains that the Base, a neo-Nazi organization, was particularly active in recruiting individuals online. Payne describes the process of engaging with these groups and the challenges of understanding their ideologies. He emphasizes that while many people associate white supremacy with overt violence, the reality is often more complex, with individuals drawn to these groups for a variety of reasons, including a sense of belonging and identity. The conversation touches on the tactics used by these groups to radicalize individuals, particularly young people who may feel disenfranchised. Payne discusses the role of online platforms in facilitating the spread of extremist ideologies and the importance of countering these narratives. He shares insights into the psychological manipulation employed by these groups, which often prey on individuals' insecurities and fears. Payne's experiences shed light on the ongoing struggle against hate and extremism in society. As the discussion continues, Payne highlights the significant role that technology plays in the recruitment and organization of extremist groups. He explains how platforms like Telegram and Gab have become breeding grounds for radicalization, allowing individuals to connect with like-minded people across the globe. Payne notes that these platforms provide a sense of anonymity, making it easier for extremists to share their beliefs and coordinate actions without fear of immediate repercussions. Payne also discusses the challenges law enforcement faces in monitoring online activity. He emphasizes the need for proactive measures to identify and disrupt extremist networks before they can carry out violent acts. The conversation underscores the importance of collaboration between law enforcement agencies and technology companies to address the growing threat of online radicalization. Payne's insights serve as a reminder of the evolving nature of extremism in the digital age. Throughout the podcast, Payne reflects on the impact of his undercover work on his personal relationships. He shares stories of how his wife coped with the stress of his job, often moving furniture around the house as a way to manage her anxiety. Payne acknowledges that the nature of his work created a barrier between him and his family, making it difficult for them to connect on a deeper level. He emphasizes the importance of communication and understanding in maintaining healthy relationships, especially in high-stress professions. Payne's candid reflections on his marriage highlight the sacrifices that families of law enforcement officers often make. He discusses the need for spouses to have their own support systems and coping mechanisms to deal with the unique challenges of being married to someone in law enforcement. The conversation serves as a reminder of the importance of prioritizing mental health and well-being for both officers and their families. As the conversation draws to a close, Payne emphasizes the importance of support systems for law enforcement officers. He discusses the role of peer support and mentorship in helping officers navigate the challenges of their work. Payne shares his experiences of leaning on colleagues during difficult times and the value of having trusted individuals to confide in. He stresses that building a strong support network is essential for maintaining mental health and resilience in high-stress environments. Payne also highlights the need for ongoing training and education in mental health awareness for law enforcement agencies. He advocates for the implementation of programs that promote mental well-being and provide resources for officers struggling with the psychological toll of their work. By prioritizing mental health, agencies can create a healthier work environment and better support their personnel.